Alright, in this video I will try to improve my scalping strategy to see if I can do some adjustments to make even more money from my scalping sessions. All of these trades that you see on the screen right now are trades that I made in one of my live scalping sessions that I recorded and published here on my YouTube channel. If you want to see when I took these trades in action in my live trading session, you can go to my YouTube channel and click on this video and you will be able to see when I took all of these trades. This was one of my 8 hours trading sessions. I took the first trade at 9 a.m. my time zone and I traded throughout the day, and I took the last trade 5:30 p.m. So what you guys don't see behind the scenes is that I spend a lot of time backtesting different strategies and also improving my current strategy and looking at my past trades to see if I did some mistakes and to see if I can do some adjustments to improve my strategy even further. Because when it comes to scalping, even small improvements can make a huge difference over time. So this is very important. And this time I wanted to share one of my improvement sessions where I just analyze my trades to find improvement points. But first of all, I want to be very clear about one thing. Day trading and scalping cryptocurrencies is super risky, especially with leverage that I do. And this is not for beginners. So be very careful. You can lose all of your money if you day trade and scalp cryptocurrencies. But personally, I enjoy scalping Bitcoin. I think it's very fun and it's also profitable for me personally, but it doesn't mean it will be profitable for you. So with that out of the way, let's start analyzing my trades to see if I can find some improvement points. So what I want to find out in this improvement session, I want to find out if I can use limit orders for my entries instead of market orders, because currently I use market orders because I think it's more convenient and it's easier to execute and I can execute the trade right away, and that's what I'm used to do. The reason I want to use limit orders instead, because limit orders are way cheaper than market orders on the most exchanges, and on Bybit I can actually make money from my limit orders, so that's the main reason, but I will talk more about this later. The next improvement point is can I increase my target profit? I want to analyze the trades to see if I can hold my wins for longer and make more profits from them. And I also want to see if I can decrease my stop losses without being stopped out too early on my winning trades. And I want to see if I can avoid any of the losses. And overall, I want to look for mistakes and to see if I took quality trades in this trading session. So let's start with the first one. As I said before, there's a lot of misunderstanding about the fee structures on different exchanges. When people are comparing the fees from different exchanges, they often don't notice the minus sign before the fees for the limit orders on Bybit and, for example, BitMEX. These fees are actually negative, which means that you will get paid 0.025% when you place a limit order. That's why a lot of traders think that other exchanges has better fee structures than Bybit, but when using limit orders, Bybit is actually the most profitable exchange when it comes to the fees. In this trading session from my last video, I started with $315 and I had a win rate at 83%, and I took my profit at 0.5%, and I had my stop loss at 0.4% on every trade, and I took 6 trades with a 20x leverage, and I made more than $116 in this trading session. So first of all, I want to see the difference in the net profit if I would enter all of my trades with limit orders instead. So going here into advanced settings on winrate.io and choosing limit orders instead, we can see that I would have made some more profit with limit orders instead of market orders for my entries. But this is only for 6 trades. But the power of scalping with leverage is that when you are compounding your wins in the future trades, the profit will grow exponentially. So let's see the difference on, for example, 200 trades. So I will go back and choose a market order again for my trade entry, and I will increase the number of trades to 200, for example, here. So with an 83% win rate, this would be very profitable, but 83% over 200 trades is not really realistic. So I will change this to, for example, 66%, which is about my average when I'm scalping. So when using market orders for my limit orders, I would make approximately $8,600 after 200 trades with this win rate. Changing to limit orders, however, so I make money on my limit orders, this would change the outcome by a lot. So it looks very promising. I also want to find out if I can be profitable with an even lower win rate if I use limit orders. So I will change my win rate here to 50, for example, and that would not be that profitable, but I will still be in profit with the 50% win rate, which I think is very good. Using market orders instead with the 50% win rate, I would lose $300. So obviously using limit orders for the entries is a lot more profitable, but let's see if I actually can do this in reality based on my past trades. So looking at my first trade here, that was a short. So I entered the trade right here, and then I was down 0.22% before the trade turned into my favor here, and I took my profit down here. So on the first trade, it would be possible for me to use a limit order instead. And looking at my next trade, my second trade here, I entered here, and then I was down 0.12%. This trade would also be successful with a limit order. And looking at the third trade, I could also enter with a limit order because this was a loss. And the fourth trade, I was also down about 0.22% before the trade went into my directions. This could also be a successful trade with the limit order as the entry. I will just write this down before I forget. So for the first 4 trades, I could have used limit orders successfully. So I'll just mark these green here in the Google Sheet. And my fifth trade, I entered a long position right here, and then I was down 0.13% before the trade went into my direction. This trade would also work with limit orders for my entry. And the last trade here is a bit more difficult, right? Let's zoom in here. So I entered on this candle, and I think the price went straight down to my target profit without being in the red before the target profit was hit. So let's just confirm that by looking at my previous video. I'm going to mark it 100% and open short. So here I'm entering my trade. My stop loss straight away here. And I will add my target order with the limit order. And as you can see here, I'm already all set. I have my stop loss up here at 0.4% and my target profit down here at 0.5%. So if the price goes up here, I will be stopped out. If the price comes down here, I will take my... So to confirm if this is true, I will look at the P&L here to see if it was in the red at some point. In that case, I could have used a limit order to enter my trade. If not, this trade would not be executed with the limit order. All right, as you can see, guys, this trade was executed and I was never in the red in this trade at any point. So if I would use limit orders for this trade, that trade would not be executed. That's pretty bad. So I will mark this with the red color here. So 5 of these 6 trades would be possible to enter with the limit order. So now I have to decide what is better. Is it better to enter 5 trades with limit orders or 6 trades with market orders? And this is why my website winrate.io is so powerful, because this is very hard to calculate in an Excel sheet or just guessing. So it's really good to be able to use this calculator to make sure which is better. So let's go back to 83% win rate, which I had in this video. And let's use market orders here and 6 trades. So I would make around $116 with market orders and by taking all of these trades. And now let's remove one of the trades and also change to limit orders instead. And as you can see, I would actually make more money with limit orders and by missing the last trade here. The difference is not huge, but let's see over time on, for example, 200 trades, what the difference would be. So first of all, I have to find out the win rate if I remove one of the wins. So that trading session, I had 5 wins and 1 loss, which is 83% win rate. And if I remove one of the wins, that would be 80% win rate instead. So let's go back here. And first of all, check the net profit from 83% win rate based on 200 trades and market orders for my entries. Let's see here, that would be approximately $45,000 after 200 trades with the 20x leverage. With the 50x leverage, that would be a bit higher, but the risk would also be higher. Let's change back to 20x leverage and lower the win rate to 80% and changing the order type to limit for my entries. And that would over time be a lot more profitable than using market orders. So that's one of my takeaways here from my improvement session, that using limit orders could be more profitable even if I miss some of the trades. Now, limit orders is a bit more difficult to execute, I think, for 2 reasons. Let's say that you want to go long here. Then you need to place your limit order at a specific price here and wait for it to be executed. And you can put your stop loss into the limit order right away. But since you want to take the profit with the limit order as well, you have to wait for the position to get filled and then use close by limit to type in your target profit. So I think you have to be available in front of the computer for a few minutes before you can finalize the trade. And I also think that it can be more difficult psychologically to miss a trade if you were about to enter a trade and then it goes into the right direction immediately without you being able to execute the trade. That could be frustrating, but knowing that it's more profitable, I think it's definitely worth a try. So maybe in my next trading session, I will try to use limit orders instead of market orders for my entries and see how that goes. So the next thing I want to analyze is can I increase my target profit? So looking at the first trade here, that will not be possible. If I would increase my target profit on this trade, I would get stopped out later on. So that wouldn't work. Same thing here with the second trade. And this was a loss, so that is not relevant here. And also on the fourth trade, I could have taken more profit here. And the same thing with my fifth trade and also my sixth trade. However, I like taking profit at 0.5% no matter what, because I think it's better to have a fixed strategy and a fixed risk to reward to make things more simple. I mean, trading is already very complicated. So the only thing I want to be able to decide is when to enter my trade. Everything else should be set and decided beforehand. The leverage should be the same all the time. The risk to rewards should be the same at all times. But let's play around with taking more profits. Then I would lose this trade and lose this trade. And this trade, I could take more profit, for example, let's say 1%. And let's say that I can take 1% on this trade as well and 1% here as well. So I would now have 1, 2, and 3 losses and 3 wins, but with a much better risk to reward. So let's see the result from that. I would have a 50% win rate. I would take my profit at 1%, and I would have my stop loss at 0.4%, and I would take 6 trades in this case with the 20x leverage, and also using limit orders for my entries. As you can see, I would not make as much profit as I did with the fixed risk to reward here at 0.5%. And with the 0.5% target profit. So let's see here. I think using limit orders instead of market orders, this is something I don't want to try because I think it's not worth it. So the next thing I want to analyze is, can I decrease my stop loss? So let's revert the target profits for these trades to 0.5% first. All right, so the first trade, I was down 0.23%, so I could decrease my stop loss. Let's say, for example, to 0.3% instead of 0.4%, and that will still be a profitable trade. The same thing with the second trade, I would be able to decrease my stop loss to 0.3%, and also the loss I could obviously decrease to 0.3% without the problem. And this trade, I think I could increase as well. Let's see here. I was down on this trade 0.23%, so that would also be possible for this trade. And for this long, I think it's also possible. Let's see here, 0.16% I was down, so that would also be possible on this trade. And for this trade is obviously possible as well. So that would be possible on all 6 trades. Very, very interesting. So I think this is something I want to try as well for my next trading day. So let's see the outcome in winrate.io if I would decrease my stop loss to 0.3% with the original strategy here, 0.5% target profit, 83% win rate here, 6 trades, 20x leverage, and also using market orders for my trade entries. That would be $10 more profitable after 6 trades, but let's see after 200 trades. With the smaller stop loss, that would be around $49,000 in profit, and with the original one at 0.4% stop loss, that would be around $45,000 after 200 trades. So that's an improvement, but not a huge one. But let's see the difference with the lower win rate, for example, 66%. Then I would make around $9,000 with my original strategy at 0.4% stop loss. And let's see what I would make with the 0.3% stop loss here. That would be $17,000. So at the lower win rates, you can really see the difference here. Let's even lower the win rate even more to 55%, for example, here. And at that win rate, I'm still profitable after 200 trades. But with the original strategy, I would be down $200. So as you can see, the lower the win rate is, the bigger the difference between changing the stop loss to 0.3%. So I think it's definitely worth a try to use a smaller stop loss in this strategy. Let's see the result with the 50% win rate. With the original strategy, I would be down $300 after 200 trades. With 0.3% stop loss, I would be down only 175%, so it's not profitable with the 50% win rate. But using limit orders instead of market orders, I think that would do the trick. Yeah, so these two combined, if I can enter my trade with the limit order and also using a smaller stop loss, then I could actually make pretty good money from a 50% win rate. So in my opinion, this is a huge improvement to the strategy. However, I have to try it in the live market and see if it actually works, and if it works on more trades than just a few ones. But this is definitely something I want to try for sure. Let's also see the results after 200 trades with a 66% win rate after 200 trades with the limit order as my entry order type. That would be $38,000. That would be pretty good as well. And let's see with the 80% win rate here, what I would make around $63,000 after 200 trades. Yeah, pretty good. So let's move on to the next one. Could I avoid any of the losses in this trading session? Let's see here, I had one loss, and this is the loss from this trading session. Something I can notice already, the difference between this loss and the other wins, is that look at the RSI on the first trade here. The RSI was pretty high here, and I made a short after that. And then I had a pretty high RSI here as well, and I made a short after that. But here, the RSI was not too high, and I made a short, and the price was also flattening out here. So that could be something I could try to avoid in the future. And also here, the RSI was pretty high and I made a short from there. And this long was at a support level and the RSI was also very low. So I think that trade was also pretty good. And again, here the RSI was pretty high here on the 5-minute time frame. And then I made a short from there. And this is not the default RSI. I made some changes here. I changed the RSI length from 14 to 8. And the reason I did that, because if I use, I will show you guys, if I use, for example, 14 as the length, the RSI will not be oversold and overbought as many times in a day as if I use 8 as the length. So I changed that to fit my scalping strategy a bit better. So looking at the RSI could possibly help me to avoid some of the losses in the future. By the way, guys, I'm working on a TradingView script at the moment that will plot out these boxes automatically based on my past trades. If you want me to share this script with you guys so that you can easily, based on your Bybit account, see all of your past trades in the chart, comment down below. The more comments I get, the more likely I am to share this script with you guys for free. And also, I am scalping on Bybit because I think that's the best exchange for crypto scalping and crypto day trading. One of the reasons I love Bybit is because of the fees. I can make money from my limit order fees. That's not possible on too many other exchanges. And I think the fee structure on Bybit is the best out there. Yes, even better than Binance, especially if you use limit orders. So if you also want to trade on Bybit, you can go to my link in my description down below and click on my affiliate link here to create an account. But remember, guys, this is only for experienced traders. If you want more content like this, like the video and comment down below. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Peace out.